Right. Is the board clear? Board and voice. Yeah, both are clear, right? Yeah. Note down. Based on these observations, Mendel proposed that something passed down stably and unchanged from parents to offspring, through gametes. Okay. And next point, he called these things as factors. He called these things as factors, comma. Nowadays we call them as genes. Nowadays we call them as genes. Next point. Genes therefore are, otherwise therefore genes are. Therefore genes are units of inheritance. Therefore genes are units of inheritance. Okay. Next point. Genes contain the information required for the expression of a particular trait in an organism. Full stop. Genes which code for a pair of contrasting traits are called alleles. That is they are slightly different forms of the same gene. Alleles are slightly different forms of the same gene. Okay. Next point. Dominant allele will be expressed in both homozygous and heterozygous conditions. Homozygous and heterozygous conditions, comma written in capital letter. Written in capital letter. Next point. Recessive allele or recessive genes. Recessive alleles or genes expresses, recessive genes express, recessive genes or alleles express only in homozygous condition. Recessive alleles express only in homozygous condition. Comma written as or written in small letter. Written in small letter. Next, the genotypes and phenotypes. The genotypes and phenotypes resulting from fertilization of gametes, or represented in Punnett square, comma, a graphical representation used to calculate all the possibilities of genotypes and phenotypes of a cross or of offsprings in a cross. Better, genotypes and phenotypes of offsprings in a cross. Okay. Next point. The possible gametes are written in two columns. The possible gametes are written in two columns and two rows. What are the two columns? These are two rows, two columns. Okay. Comma, all possible combinations. All possible combinations are represented in the box. Or represented in the box. Okay. Next point. Next point. When parental tall plants are crossed with dwarf plants, when parental tall within brackets capital T, when parental tall are crossed with dwarf means within brackets small t, dwarf plants, gametes formed are capital T and small t, capital T and small t, which combine to give capital T small t in F1 generation. In capital T small t, which combine or which fuse or fertilize to give capital T small t in F1 generation. Then next point, when two F1 plants are crossed, or self-pollinated, or otherwise write when F1 plants within brackets capital T small t are self-pollinated, or crossed. Self-pollination means self-pollinated. Their male gamete, female gamete will be produced, na? Here, gametes possible, gametes formed are capital T and small t, capital T and small t in equal proportion from male and female flowers. Male and female flowers. 50% gametes capital T, 50% gametes will be small t. That means here this is male flower will produce, male pot will produce two kinds of gametes. This is 50%, this is 50%. For female, 50% capital T, 50% small t. That is that one. Okay. When fertilization takes place, pollen grains of capital T have 50% chance, 50% chance to fertilize capital T of ovum or ovum with capital T, ovule, not ovule, right, egg with capital T and 50% to egg with small t. This is one pollen grain, means it has a chance to fertilize the capital T egg. 50% chance is there, small t 50% chance is there. If it is fertilizing this, then it may be formed like this. If it is fertilizing this egg, then there is possibility like this, capital T, small t. Sorry. Same this also. Small t is a pollen grain, means it has a 50% chance to combine with this capital T of egg, whereas the same pollen grain, it has 50% chance to combine like this. So these results will come. Okay. Next point. From the Punnett square, it is easily seen that 1/4 of the random fertilization, 1/4 of random fertilization leads to capital T, comma 1/2 of 1/2 lead to capital T, small t, and 1/4 to small t, 1/4 to small t. Next point. Though the F1 have genotype, capital T, small t, but the phenotype character is tall. Next point. In F2, 3/4 of the plants are tall. 3/4 of the plants are tall. Within brackets, capital T and capital T, small t. In F2, 3/4 of the plants are tall. Within brackets, capital T and capital T, small t. And 1/4 are dwarf. Next point. Externally, it is not possible. It is not possible to distinguish. Which last is continuously message. Externally, it is not possible to distinguish between capital T and capital T small t, because both are dominant. It is not possible to distinguish between capital T and capital T small t, because both are dominant in nature. As both are dominant, that is not possible to distinguish them easily, because both are dominant, both have tall character. So it is not possible. Okay? It is not possible to distinguish between capital T and capital T and capital T small t genotypes. Hence, in the pair, capital T small t, in the pair capital T small t, one character capital T is expressed. Capital T is expressed as tall, and it is dominant over small t. Capital T is expressed here. This is tall, I told you. This is tall, this is tall. Here, no problem. Both are same. We can differentiate easily. But what about this? Here, only two alleles are there. One is only dominant, another this one. Okay, that is found again in test class. We will see later to the test class. Okay. What I told you, hence the character is dominant over, capital T is dominant over the small t. Okay. This is due to dominance of one character. What is that character dominant? Tall. Tall character is dominant over dwarf. Okay. That results in 3/4 of tall plants, 3/4 of tall plants, and 1/4 of dwarf plants in F2. This results in 3/4 of tall plants and 1/4 of dwarf plants in F2, and all tall plants in F1. All tall plants in F1. See now how that genotype phenotype ratio came in. See now the phenotype ratio What is that phenotype ratio according to our calculation? Capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, capital T, small t, small t. Phenotype ratio, these are 3 and 1. How it came means, according to that, here how many of capital T are there? 1 by 4. 1 by 4 are capital T, which have this one. Whereas capital T, small t is also giving dominance. How many are there? 1 by 2 are dominant. As this 1 by 2 are from capital T, small t and 1 by 4 are dominant. What is the value of 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2? 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. Yeah, 3 by 4. This will give dominant. So dominant is 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. That will give 3 by 4. Whereas recessiveness is simply 1 by 4. There is no calculation because all are homozygous only. Homozygous dominant is 1 by 4. This one. And heterozygous dominant is 1 by 2. That means the total 4, 2. 2 by 4 means 1 by 2. So these ratios, if you combine that, 3 by 4 value will come. That is the dominant G phenotype. These are phenotype ratios. These are phenotype ratios. Okay. Here, but to calculate the genotype, binomial expression is used. Binomial principle. What is the ratio of genotype? We already know 1:2:1 is the genotype ratio. Here, what is binomial equation? 1 by 4. 1 by 4, no, sorry, not 1 by 4. Here 2, this is 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. 50% of pollen grain has chance to combine with any of ovules. Here same, 50% eggs. So based on that, 1 by 2 capital T plus 1 by 2 small t whole square. This binomial equation is used. Based on that, what will be the result? 1 by 2 capital T plus 1 by 2 small t whole square. Anyone tell me? This gives 1 by 4 capital T, 1 by 4, sorry, 1 by 2 I think. I am poor in mathematics. 1 by 2 capital T plus 1 by 2 small t plus into I don't know. Yeah, into only, sorry. Into 1 by 2 capital T plus 1 by 2 small t. Yeah, 1 by 2 capital T, 1 by 2 small t means that will give 1 by 2 capital T plus 1 by 2 small t into one more. 1 by 2 into T, 1 by 2 T. This is, from this, what will get result? 1 by 4 capital T, 1 by 4 capital T plus 1 by 2 capital T small t plus 1 by 4 small t. A plus B whole square, A plus B whole square. A plus B whole square is applied. A, B, that is B. A plus B into A plus B. A plus B into A plus B, mathematical equation, binomial equation. That will give 1 by 4 capital T, 1 by 2 capital T small t, and 1 by 4 small t. A plus B into A plus B. This A plus B here, if we put this symbol here, then you can get 1 by 2 capital T plus 1 by 2 small t into 1 by 2 capital T into 1 by 2 small t. That will give 1 by 4 capital T plus 1 by 2 capital T small t plus 1 by 4 small t. This is the equation. So with this equation, it was found that genotype ratio 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 1, total 4. Total 4 means here 1 by 4. 1 by 2 means 2 by 4. That is 2. 1 by 4 means 1. This ratio was proposed. This ratio, genotype ratio was calculated from that. Genotype ratio was calculated. How is 1 by 2 Tiva? Right. How is 1 by 2 means 50% of male gametes have this capital T, remaining 50% have this small t. This one. This is male gametes. This is female gametes. This is male gamete 1 by 2 capital T plus 1 by 2 small t. It is crossed with 1 by 2 capital T female gamete, another female gamete is 1 by 2, 50% dominant, 50% recessive male female gamete. So when they are crossed together like this, then we'll get this result according to binomial equation. So binomial equation. Here, even we are also not understanding that well. Why at that time scientists didn't follow his experiments means Mendel's experiments. So he used this kind of mathematical expression to solve the data. Whatever the data he got, to solve or to analyze the data, he used all these mathematical expressions along with that some statistical data also. Statistical formulae he used. So scientists didn't understand well about the Mendel studies. Next point. Mendel self-pollinated F2 and found that dwarf plants within bracket small t dwarf plants within bracket small t continued to generate dwarf plants in F3 and F4. Dwarf plants in F3 and F4 generations. F1 plants are self means F2 is produced. F2 is again self means there is a formation of F3. He concluded that repeat, Mendel self-pollinated F2 plants within brackets small t and found that they continued, they means here dwarf F2, found that F2 dwarf plants, they continued means F2 dwarf, they continued to generate dwarf plants in F3 and F4 generations. Dwarf plants in F3 and F4 generations. He concluded that Genotype of dwarf is homozygous small t small t. Homozygous small t small t. Next point. If homozygous tall, if homozygous tall within brackets capital T capital T, if homozygous tall capital T capital T, F2 plants are self-pollinated. F2 plants is selfed. All the progeny are tall. All the progeny are tall. Okay, next point. If heterozygous tall plants within brackets capital T small t, if heterozygous tall plants within brackets capital T small t is selfed, the progeny contain three is to one tall to dwarf ratio. Next point. It is clear that phenotype characters are visible. Phenotype characters are visible and genotypic ratios cannot be calculated by looking but can be calculated using mathematical probability. That is whether tall plants from F1 or F2, has capital T or capital T small t cannot be predicted. That cannot be predicted. Next point. To determine the genotype, of tall plants, he crossed it with recessive parent. He crossed it with recessive parent. Recessive parent, comma, this cross called test cross. To find the genotype, see here, capital T may be tall, and capital T small t will also be tall. Suppose in F1 or F2 we got this plant, both are tall. How to find the genotype? See here, this is capital T, this is small t. That is the ratio. But all three plants are tall. But which plant is capital T, which plant is small t? To find that, he conducted another cross called as a test cross. That test cross is, in definitions I told you, if F1 or F2 dominant crossed with recessive parent, then it is called as a test cross. Yeah, once within 2 minutes I will explain the test cross. Test cross is very simple. Okay. See here, suppose how to find that test cross, how to find the genotype. It may be capital T or capital T small t. Capital T or capital T small t. It may be has. Here, how to find this? F1 has capital T, small t. In F2, some has capital T, small t. How to find? By looking this, it cannot identify. So, how this test cross can be done means, see here, it is crossed with this recessive parent. When test cross is done, here two types of gametes are formed, capital T, small t. Then offsprings will be capital T, small t, capital T, small t, capital T, small t, capital T, small t. This is when one dominant parent which has a capital T, when it is crossed with a recessive parent in back cross, this result will come. Next one, capital T, small t, another test cross. I am saying this is phenotype, capital T, small t. If it is crossed with this, gamete formed will be capital T is one gamete, small t is one gamete, small t are two gametes. See now, capital T, small t, capital T, small t, small t, small t. Here, see capital T, small t, capital T, all are tall. Here, tall to dwarf ratio is equal to 1:1. Here, all are tall. Here, tall to dwarf ratio is 1:1. From this result, we can predict this. Suppose F1 or F2, what is that result? I will draw that Punnett square again. Capital T capital T, small t, capital T, small t, small t. This is recessive, no problem. To find the genotype, we are crossing. When we crossed, this result came. All are dominant means then this phenotype, this phenotype is tall, but genotype we don't know. This is capital T or capital T, small t, that we don't know. But this is tall, but we don't know actually. When it is crossed with recessive parents, if all results came like this, all are produced as tall plants means then this parent may be having capital T genotype. That is conclusion. Understand? If when a dominant plant is crossed with recessive parents, dominant of F1 or F2, whatever it is, this one or this one, when it is crossed with this recessive parents, if result came like this, all are producing tall means, then this F1 or F2, whatever it is, that has capital T genotype. Yes or no? Understand? Yes. Suppose when this dominant is crossed with recessive parents, if results came in 1:1 ratio, when this 1:1 ratio is possible in tall to dwarf ratio in test cross, this is test cross, this is also test cross. In this test cross, all are tall. When this is recessive, no change, no need to think about this. When this parent is homozygous dominant, then this ratio will come. See here in this test cross, tall to dwarf ratio is coming 1:1. When this is possible, one allele is dominant, another allele is recessive. So when it is capital T small t parent crossed with small t parent, then these results will become this is tall, this is tall, this is dwarf, this is dwarf. 2:2, 1:1 ratio will come. So to find this genotype, this one, if it is crossed with recessive parents, then result came like this means then it is capital T. If this plant is getting tallness, when it is crossed with recessive parent, then result came like this means then it is capital T small t. Then it is capital T small t. Like that, we can find the genotype. To find the genotype only, he conducted test cross. In test cross, F1 or F2 dominant is crossed with recessive parent to find the genotype. Testing means testing the genotype or finding the genotype. Okay? This is about test cross. For test cross, 2 or 3 sentences notes will be there. That I will give you in next class. Okay? Test cross, is it understanding? Did you understand this? Yeah, clear? Yes. All right, we will continue next class.